Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. And welcome to a Sunday stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. I hope that the weekend has been treating you well, and thanks for joining me once again on the Bezos TV for some hot marine on pirate slash bug slash terminator slash all sorts of things action in some MENACE, which we will begin to in just a little bit, chat. But once again, good to see you. Glad to have you. Glad to be here on another weekend stream. Because this week has been a fucking barn burner of a week, and I don't mean that in a good way. Because I have wanted to burn the barn down at ye old job. I know I've talked about this before, but like I'm very close. I'm very close to just walking out the last, like, this past week was what, like, at almost every day this week, I was seriously debating, like, is today gonna be the day? Is today gonna be the day that I just tell him to stuff it and walk out? I got very close. So, needless to say, I'm glad to have that out of the way and to be back here in the office with the donkeys and the cult of bad tactical decisions so that we can get into some menace and some other stuff. Were you raging? I don't know that I was raging. Listen, you can probably tell from my demeanor. I don't rage often. I'm usually pretty even-keeled. I'm very, what's the word? Subdued, I guess, generally speaking. But this fucking job, man, this job just gets my goat in ways that I never expected. And it's extremely frustrating. No new job offers now, unfortunately. I mean, so I've mentioned before, I worked at a contractor for I'll just say a subsection of the government. And as a direct result of that, I find myself pretty frequently getting job offers from other government contractor companies. And again, I'm being extremely vague on purpose. But I get a lot of offers, like job offers from government contractors. The only thing is, every time I apply, they never call me back. Because as previously discussed, I'm almost 100% sure that my previous employer blackballed me. And when that happens, you basically never work for the government again. So even though they make the offers, I think maybe they're just making the offers based on my resume without actually looking up who I am. And then once they actually get into it and start looking, like, into my history, and then that little red flag pops up and they're like, oh, we can't hire this person. So, yeah. I get offers all the time. It's just they never go anywhere. And it's really weird how, like, I'll get an offer from one of these companies, and then 6 months later, I'll get another offer for the exact same job from the same company. And I apply for them every time. Like, every time they send me the offer, I respond. Just on the off chance that maybe one day, whatever fucking blackballing that they've done to me will go away, or like a statute of limitations or something will expire where that it's okay for me to get a job again. So yeah, like every time they send me those job offers, I always respond. It's just it never actually amounts to anything. Do they get in legal trouble? Or is it just a red flag? So again, I don't know for a fact that they have blackballed me. It's just a suspicion that I have. And if you don't know what that means, if you work in certain industries, blackballing is basically where an employer decides that they don't like you. And they just essentially anytime somebody calls them about you for a reference, they just badmouth you and otherwise say, no, don't hire this person. They're a piece of shit. Technically, that's illegal. They're not allowed to say anything about me. And in fact, the only question that the new prospective employer is allowed to ask is, would you hire this person again? They're not allowed to ask for specifics. And that being said, like, the company that's answering the questions is legally obligated to not provide specifics. But at the same time, this is government we're talking about, and it's often amusing to me how little the government plays by its own fucking rules. So, like, trust me when I say, if they don't fucking like you, you're never gonna work in that industry again. Because yeah, okay, the rules say they're not allowed to talk bad about me, but they're absolutely doing it. And that's the thing, is when you work for government, and you make the wrong people angry, then that travels very, very far. And it is, again, I was unemployed for 2 years as a direct result of that. It's a story that I've gone into before, but yeah, I still think it's funny that I get the job offers. It's like the people that are looking for talent don't realize that I am persona non grata. Like, to borrow the most apt language, I am a non-person as far as government hiring managers are concerned. I am not to be touched. I am not to be addressed. I am... The term that I use is radioactive. Because no one wants to even get close to me. And again, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, not talking about depressing job shit, chat. I'm gonna be honest, I have not really done a whole lot of talking about, like, the game news this week, because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't had a lot of time to play games this week. I've been very, very busy, with other stuff. I'm not gonna say what, but I will say that it is stream-related stuff. I have been working on some stream-related stuff. This past week, and as a direct result of that, I have not really had the opportunity to get that much into the gaming news, so I don't actually have a lot to talk about today, chat. I mean, I was playing some Helldivers 2 in my off time, just because, I mean, obviously the new update came out, and Cyberstan is now the big new hotness, and so I've been having a lot of fun with that. I will tell you this, and I know that I'm late to the party, but obviously the update has come out since the last time I streamed, so I haven't really had a chance to say anything. But, like, everybody was shitting their pants about the Vox engine, the new giant enemy, and it's like, they're actually super easy to kill. It's just, you have to not shit your pants when they show up. And also, much like a Dark Souls boss, the closer you are, the less danger you're in. Vox engine spawns are pretty... Yeah, I mean, I will say that the volume at which they are spawning is a little bit ridiculous. That being said, it is Cyberstan, which is, like, the bot homeworld, so it makes sense that they would be in excess there. But yeah, like, and here's the thing. There were many a mission where you would only see maybe 1 or 2 Vox engines over the course of the mission. And then as soon as you go to extract, suddenly here's fucking 10 of them. And every bot drop has got 1 or 2 extra. And, like, if you thought the factory striders are bad, the Vox engines are worse, because the game seems to have absolutely no restraint when it comes to just spawning them infinitely. At least when the factory striders, the game kind of limits itself to 2 or 3 at a time. With the Vox engines, it's like, nope, just bury them. Just bury them in fucking box engines. And it wouldn't be so bad if not for the fact that on Cyberstan, it seems like every single extraction zone is just a giant flat, like, thing, right? It's just a flat plateau in the middle of nowhere with no cover. So, like, every time you have to extract and you're fighting the faction that shoots at you all the time, you then have zero cover to protect you from artillery, from lasers, from shotguns, and it's just nonstop. And it's gotten to the point where I notice almost everybody is like filling up their loadout with turrets, and then they don't even use the turrets until you get to extraction. And then you just have people dropping 2 or 3 turrets each. And all of that just to extract. It's actually kind of wild. Anti-air everywhere. Yeah, the anti-air is a little excessive, but again, it's to be expected. And you can absolutely handle, like, okay, for example, I've been running a lot of stealth loadouts. So I'm running the stealth armor, I'm running the sensor, which is really good for bots. And also I've been running the C4 charges. And let me tell you, the C4 charges are absolutely outstanding for taking out the anti-air because you can just slowly walk around an area and drop the C4 charges on all the anti-air batteries and then just blow them all up, all in one go, and then suddenly everybody's eagles are working again. The problem with that, though, is that everybody has gotten so used to nobody doing anything about the anti-air that people have just stopped taking eagle strikes altogether. So it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rough. But I enjoy it. Again, I enjoy a challenge. I really do. So I have been having fun with it regardless. Been making good use of the 203. I haven't actually used the grenade launcher that much, to be honest. So I was really excited about the underbarrel grenade launcher for the assault rifle. The only problem is, like, the actual assault rifle part of the assault rifle is not as good as the Liberator. And that's the frustrating thing for me, is that, like, if you had just taken a Liberator and put a grenade launcher on it, I would have been fine. But the accuracy is so bad on it that, like, the assault rifle part is almost useless. And that's the thing that's frustrating for me, is, like, I love the concept. It's just, it's very poorly implemented. Burster says light pen and inaccurate. I agree with the inaccuracy. Look, I'm gonna die on this hill, okay? For everybody out there that bitches about primaries that are light pen, get good scrub. I promise you, light pen weapons are 100% effective if you use them properly. If you just spray and pray, light pen is fucking useless. You have to aim, you have to hit weak spots. That is the only way that light pen is effective. Stalwart is good through volume of fire. Like, the only reason the Stalwart is good is because you don't have to aim. You just point in the general direction of the enemy and hold the trigger down until it dies. Like, again, light pen means you have to be accurate. We haven't finished Battletech. Unless you have, then feel free to die. No, we have not finished Battletech. But yeah, like, it's... As somebody who plays the bot front primarily, I don't have a problem with light pen weapons.
Okay.
Because I can actually hit the target. Like, all I gotta do is shoot him in the head. It's easy. Yeah, no, and I agree, Bruce. I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, light pen without the accuracy is what makes the grenade launcher or the 1-2, because that's the actual name. That's what makes the 1-2 not good. Is so the trade-off in the game has traditionally been light pen weapons are more accurate, medium pen weapons are less accurate, but obviously they penetrate more armor, so they typically do more damage. That's your trade-off. The problem is that the 1-2 is the worst of both worlds. You have light penetration and you have shitty accuracy. So you can't hit what you're aiming at, and even when you do, it doesn't typically affect the enemy that much. And so I have found myself just using a sensor and a grenade pistol, which I would have been using the grenade pistol anyway. Like, the grenade pistol is the same as the grenade launcher on the 1-2, just without the assault rifle attached to it. Yeah, I agree, Austin. Like, I like the idea of a grenade launcher, and I hope that they add it as an attachment for other weapons, but I don't think they ever will. I really don't. But anyway, again, it has been an interesting week at work. I might, like, again, I've said before, when you're at your job and you're considering unemployment, like willful unemployment as an alternative to going to the job, that's when you know you have a problem. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I am seriously weighing the value of preserving my mental health by just quitting the job versus staying there until I manage to find something else. And as for Helldivers, again, been having a lot of fun on Cyberstan. And aside from that, don't have a whole lot in the way of gaming news. I will say, chat, I have been working on some stream-related stuff. And specifically, there are 2 new models that I have been putting a lot of work into over the last couple of weeks. And I'm hoping to have at least one of them live. Now, you already know what one of them is. One of them is the pilot suit. So I'm almost done with that. I just need to do some final testing and a little bit of additional work on, like, the actual the model, like the model, not the textures. I will say the other model is related to something that you guys have been asking about for a long time, and I've been very evasive with the answer. And that's all I'm gonna say for now. I'm not gonna give it away just yet. I'll simply say it's something that has been asked about many, many times. So, look forward to that. Again, more in the near future, I hope, as long as I don't have any problems getting those models ported over. But the pilot suit will probably be first. The pilot suit will probably be first, and then the other one will be after that. Do you know I made it in last time until you said that I was the only survivor from Pike Squad? Yeah, you, I mean, I don't know if you consider that lucky or unlucky, but yeah. Total Recall 3 boob mile. You know, look, I hadn't considered that as a possibility, but now that you mention it, it suddenly seems like a really good idea. I'm not entirely, look. Actually, no, I need to stop. Because what's good, like, immediately the gears are turning, and I'm like, already my brain is like, okay, hold on. How do I implement that? How do I make that work? What do I need to do? How do I set up the skeleton for an extra boob? Like, you have sent me down a rabbit hole where I'm immediately now trying to figure out how I would make this happen. And I gotta stop myself before I get too hung up on the tri-boob. Anyway, chat, aside from that, I don't have a whole lot else. So, before it gets too much later into the stream, I think it's time that we get into the thankies so that we words are hard. So that we can get into this hot Menace action. And let's see if we can continue the campaign from last weekend in Menace. So let me get the game sound turned on for you. There we go. So here we are, back in the early access for Menace. Again, if you don't know what Menace is, it's a turn-based tactical game from the developers of Battle Brothers. And rather than a bunch of random mooks in a low fantasy medieval setting, we're instead in a sci-fi setting where Marines, mercenaries, and pirates come together to try to stabilize some backwater part of the galaxy. And again, for those of you that were not here for the previous stream, or perhaps didn't put on your critical thinking hat, there's definitely some, I guess, there's some hints of, like, a dystopia? And, like, what I mean is, there's definitely hints that whatever central governing authority is back on, like, Earth, or what they call the core worlds, there's definitely some dystopia there. Yeah, to Swiftdraw's point, like, they make it seem like we're these heroic saviors, but it's made very clear through context that we're not the good guys. We're not necessarily the worst. Like, we're not the biggest assholes, but we're definitely not the good guys. Anyway, chat. We had a campaign going good lord, words are hard. We had a campaign going last time around, and I do intend to continue from that campaign. So for those that missed out, we did lose Pike. So Pike was one of the initial commanders that I took at the beginning of the game. We did lose Pike, and as a result, we lost a lot of chatters. But we did recover, and we've been doing okay. But unfortunately, we are down some manpower, and we don't exactly have the resources to try to recruit another squad at the moment. We replaced Pike with Frenchie. I know that's not his actual name, but I call him that. There's a high turnover rate. That's certainly one way to put it. A high turnover rate is certainly one way to put it. But we recruited Frenchie instead, since that was basically the only guy that was available at the time. So what we've been looking at, and this is something that I said we would address when we got back into the game, and surprise, surprise, here we are, back in the game. One thing that we wanted to look at was, apparently, he has a couple of things. First of all, let's get into the skill tree so you can understand what we're talking about here. So his basic ability, his cat, or I guess his signature ability, the ability that is unique to him that he starts off with, is basically that he can use when he says gains a stack of pressure when attacked, 4 stacks lets him gain 60 AP. So basically, he benefits from being attacked because if he gets attacked enough, he just gets free extra actions. Now, in order to facilitate that, you also get the ability Taunt, which increases his threat rating and encourages more enemies to try to attack him. More importantly, we also have Flamboyant, which decreases the supply cost for armor. Now, why is that significant? Well, armor is one of the most significant costs that you incur for putting, like, protection on your soldiers. So if we have this dude that we want to be getting shot at all the time, then obviously we want to put them in the best armor. If we put him in the best armor, that makes him a very expensive squad to deploy, ergo, that's the benefit of minus 30% supply cost.
Okay.
We want him to get shot at, but we want him to be able to survive getting shot at. And his entire skill set, at least his unique skills, are tailor-made to essentially make him better at being a tech, at being the guy who's going to run out in front and get shot. One of the abilities that he has that we didn't take is Disdain, which is basically the squad ignores suppression from losing squad mates. Again, normally, whenever somebody in the squad dies, that adds to the suppression characteristic of the squad. This ability would make them ignore that effect, so that they can basically sit there and continue to take shots without losing the AP that they suffer as a result of suppression. Because whenever your squads get suppressed, they lose some AP the next turn. This stops that from happening so that your guys can continue to do what they need to do. And Swiftdraw gifting a sub to Carradin. Thank you, Swiftdraw, for yet another gifted sub. And Carradin, welcome back into the cult of bad tactical decisions. So yeah, again, last time around we bought this class 4 armor, and we were kind of debating on who we were going to give it to. I think we give it to Frenchie, but at the same time, I think we do that with the caveat that we also spend the command points to give him the promotion and actually not have to spend as much on armor. Stubborn prevents the AP loss. Disdain prevents the extra suppression from the extra die. I see. That makes a little more sense. But either way, I think this is a good pick for us, at least if we're going to use Frenchie in that way. So it says minus 30%. I don't know if we have to, like... because it's not showing the discount here, but it may apply the discount once we actually go to deploy. Adding Theodosi and Rogue Handle to your Donkey roster, don't see them in the current lineup. Yeah, I mean, you can absolutely just... You'll see where Erst has kind of been adding the names at the end as people sign up for it, and then I'll go ahead and add them to the official list after the stream is over. So just keep a running tally of anybody that throws their name in the hat, and I'll add them all to the list after the stream is over. And Omega Forged in the chat on a Sunday. Good to see you, Omega. Thanks for joining us as always. Hopefully you've been having a good weekend so far. So who's not dead? That's a good question. I mean, everybody that you see here is not dead. And here we go. As it turns out, Bobo is on Lim's squad. So he's currently our one of the folks in the mortar squad. Of course, we do still have Rewa. I feel like we need to start upgrading this thing. We need to start upgrading this APC, or maybe even replace it with something else. And then, of course, we've got Tech, who, at least up till this point, has been my favorite character so far. Tech is great. And if you don't know why Tech is great, I'm going to show you why Tech is great. His unique skill is get motherfucked. Yes, that's a thing that they put in the game. This is why Tech is great. I'll give you a second to read that. If you're watching the VOD, give it a pause long enough. But the gist of it is, he basically gets to use a whole bunch of different two-handed or deployable heavy weapons without having to deploy them. Because he's such a fucking unit. He's just like, give me that small, I'll do it myself. We also learned last stream that he can, in fact, just one-hand a mortar. Like, he doesn't have to deploy to fire a mortar. I don't know how that works, but it's awesome. So anyway, chat, with that being said, I think we get back to the system map and we get ourselves underway. So we're doing another counterinsurgency op, which is basically fighting against pirates. We've done this one a couple of times already, but here's the thing. Even though we're playing the same ops, we're getting, like, different variations of the missions. So, like, even though we're getting the same type of operation, we're getting different mission variations, which I think is good. And it proves that the developers are thinking about the longevity of the game in the long term. Will you win and not lose anyone? I mean, that's always the goal. I can't promise that that's how it's gonna go, but that's always what we're trying to do. Let's see. So we got 3 ops to start out with. What's the reward, first of all? Rogue Army depots. Like most conventional fighting forces, the rogue... Oh, are we fighting Rogue Army? Maybe not? No, it says we're fighting pirates. The Rogue Army stores most of its munitions and armaments inside depots. Capturing one of these could provide us with useful equipment. Upon completion, gain Rogue Army item or vehicle. We did this one once before, and we got a crappy gun instead of a vehicle. I want a vehicle. I want to collect a vehicle. Even if it's not a good one, I want a new one without having to pay for it. Let's see. What do we got for the next one? We got bridgeheads. Upon completion, gain additional 15% supply points for the rest of this operation. That could be really good. So supply points is what allows you to deploy more stuff. So more supply points means we can deploy more equipment, more personnel. So that could be good. Or we have, upon completion, +5 trust with the local faction and +1 civilian trading good. That could be useful as well. But I kind of want to roll the dice on this, even though it's a 3-skull mission. I kind of want to roll the dice on getting ourselves a vehicle for free. We gotta secure the outpost by moving into the capture zone, complete the mission within 10 rounds, and then some bonus objectives for destroying enemy forces, not losing anybody, and doing it without damaging structures. Let's go gambling at the gambling planet. I mean, you're not wrong. What are the next mission rewards? So if we took this one, we could get, upon completion, get 1 random explosive item. Let's see, upon completion, increase faction trust gained by 30%. If we went the other route, let's see, we have increased detection of all pirate units by 3, which I feel like isn't super useful. At least not this early in the campaign. Fighting for Space Vegas. I mean, you're not wrong. I think we go for the vehicle, chat. I think we roll the dice on the vehicle. I want new toys. I want new toys. It's a 3-skull mission. People might die, but hey, that's a thing that's gonna happen. The red mission reward is a buff the enemies get. Oh, well, good. Even better that we not do that one then. Let's see. We are not over our supply limit, but we're pretty damn close. I think... Can we afford to upgrade the armor for these guys? Probably not. Oh no, we can. We can just barely afford to give Lim the upgrade. Alright, so all of our guys have got Space G3. We've got 2 squads with upgraded armor. And of course we've got Rewa. But we haven't really gotten the opportunity to upgrade the vehicle yet because we've been going all in on infantry upgrades. You're denying them the buff? I see. I see. I love the fact I'm still alive. Well, I got some bad news for you, Megas. You are not, in fact, still alive. Let's see, we're only 30 points shy. Is there any equipment that we could potentially give our people? Let me see. We do have an incendiary grenade that we could give to one of our squads. Let's see. We could also do armor-piercing ammo, or we could do an AT grenade. Burns through any armor or hardened material, causes percentage hit point damage, cannot be used against infantry. Okay, well that's kind of butt cheeks. If that's the case, then I think we go with armor-piercing ammo, and honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, the thermite grenade,
Okay.
oh, I thought it was free. Okay, it's just the increased cost. It's just the increased cost. And Flashover resubscribing for a 7th month saying happy discount chocolate day. Yes, for those of you that don't remember, yesterday was Valentine's Day, which means all the chocolate is half off today. So go get it while it's cheap. Once Reiwa gets proper AT, she gets scary. This is true, and we've been building her for anti-armor in preparation for the day that we can actually give her a proper anti-tank weapon. Anyway, I'm thinking, since Frenchie's gonna be getting shot at, that means he's probably gonna be closer to the enemy. I think we give him the AT grenade so that he can be up close and personal with it. If we're looking at accuracy, it's about the same either way. So I think we give Lim the AP ammo. And that puts us literally right at the limit. So we cannot spend another point, but we've got AP ammo on one, we've got an AT rocket launcher on one, and then we've got AT grenades on another. I think in general that's the best spread of anti-armor weaponry that we're going to be able to have. Crowbars don't like being up close unless it's one of those ones that's spec'd for close combat. I don't think we have a close combat one. Oh no, maybe we do, but it's more expensive. Unfortunately, Space G3 is the only weapon that we have at the moment, aside from the basic carbine. But yeah, we do have the Mod 2, which is supposed to be a CQC variant. But again, that costs an additional 36 supply that we don't have. Lorma says, few things hit like a Reese's out of the fridge. Yeah. I respect it. I respect it. Hey, don't blame that on me, Crappy. I put it to a vote. I let chat decide, and chat decided on Space G3. I gave them the option. This is the option they took. So don't you put that bad juju on me. Alright, so we just need to capture the zone. This is very similar to a mission that we did previously. But let's get underway.
So, Major, which of your enemies are deserving of my attention?
I mean, Frenchie, I'd go with whichever one is in front of you. Whichever enemy is in front of you is the one that deserves your attention, buddy.
What?
Alright, let's get Reiwa moving up. We're gonna go ham. We're going balls deep.
Major.
Because I want to try to get up here to the cover as quickly as we can.
About time.
Has the boss encountered the rogue army? No, I have not. But I am aware that they are a thing. I will say, try not to spoil anything. I am going in blind on purpose. But unfortunately, the game is so popular right now, it's impossible to avoid all spoilers. Okay, that's not great. Definitely not great. This is where smoke comes in handy. So let me get Tech. I'm sorry, it's not Tech, it's Lim that has the mortar. So we're gonna have to crouch down. And let's put some smoke over here. And then let's put some smoke over here. And then that'll hopefully give us the cover that we need to advance. Or they could just advance through the smoke. I'm aware of the situation, my friend. I'm working on it. It's time for Reiwa to do what Reiwa does best.
Someone else look.
Which is shoot the fuck out of everything.
Je suis ciblé.
You just hold what you got, buddy. Tech, do me a favor and go ahead and move up. Okay. I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. Let's get you up and get you moving.
Very well, Major.
Okay, outstanding. I think we're finally gonna make it to cover.
Cover it is.
And we'll use the smoke that we laid out for cover. And we'll hold what we get.
What?
Reiwa, can you... Okay, you're not able to just drive through there. So what I'll do instead is let's have Tech move up. And are you able to take a shot at these guys? You are. Nice. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, Lim. Go ahead and move up for me. Out, you're gonna have to stand up first, so go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Now, Reiwa, please shoot these fools.
Hoorah!
And now that they're dead... Alright, there we go. Oh, another squad. They're trying to flank.
Eyes up!
Oh my! Well... Things just got interesting, chat. Grenade? Well, remember, the grenade that we have is an AT grenade. It's probably not going to be very effective against infantry. Doesn't mean I can't do it, but I need to be afraid that that's what they're going to do to me. Because that's typically what they do in these situations. Target-rich environment. I agree, but at the same time, remember that they have these goofy-ass, these goofy-ass scrat grenades that do shitloads of damage.
Okay.
Now, why is it going to cost you 36 to move here, and why can we not move here? Like, I should theoretically be able to move right here, so why can I not? There's no fence in the way. So what, I don't understand what the problem is.
Take your time, Major.
Hey, Flick, shut up. Hey, it's Swiftdraw gifted a sub that Car Stairs Cowboy. Thank you, Swiftdraw, for yet another gifted sub. And Car Stairs Cowboy, welcome back into the cult of bad tactical decisions. Let's see.
What?
I feel like Rewa will be good to get these guys out of the open. So let's go ahead and get you turned around. And she's not going to be able to shoot this turn, but hopefully having her will make them take cover. That's my hope, anyway. That's what I was afraid of. Son of a bitch. That's what I figured was gonna happen. If I throw this at you, what happens? Yeah, it doesn't do shit. Which is what I figured.
They're on my ass, Major!
I'm aware, Tech. Thank you. Unfortunately, there's fuck all I can do about it because you either gotta fight or you gotta get shot. We don't have enough AP to really do anything else. Yeah, that's some bullshit, is what that is. I also don't quite understand why... Like, it feels like they're getting a cover bonus, even though we should have them flanked, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Could we please stop? That'd be great. Oh no, you're gonna go again. All right. Sweet Christ in heaven. Now what are you? You're AT, right? Oh no, you're commandos. That's even worse. That's even worse. Alright. Chad, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we might be looking at the end of the campaign right here. Because what I should have done is just not fucking moved. Unfortunately, I did move without realizing that that was going to be the mistake that got us all killed. But thankfully, Frenchie's ability is coming in handy. Because it's given us what we need to fight back.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be enough, but it certainly helped. Okay, let's take this shot. Get them suppressed. Get them suppressed. And that'll hopefully give us a... I'm just trying to buy us time at the moment. That's all I'm trying to do, is I'm just trying to buy us some time. Alright, Tech. Shit, you're completely fucking suppressed. You can't do anything. Alright, Lim. While you've still got AP to spend...
Let's get the hell out of here!
Okay, that's a squad down. And we'll hold what we got for now.
Mongrels, je suis crié.
Alright, alright.
What?
Rewa, I need you to do the thing that you love, which is to kill everything.
That's it, Louis.
I agree. More. Please, more. Again, it would be nice if we could fucking get anywhere that doesn't involve getting shot. Honestly, you're gonna be better off where you're at. Okay, there we go. Still don't have enough AP. If he gets shot at one more time, we could get an extra 60, but I guess we're gonna have to hope that he lasts long enough to do that next turn. Fuck's sake, how many more units are there? Well, Tech, I mean, at a certain point, I thought you weren't running from no one. What happened? I kind of want to shoot a rocket at somebody, but I also realize how useless that's going to be. So, we can't actually anything. I'm gonna leave you where you're at. Or not. Let's get you up and move you over. Let's get you out of the line of fire before you lose any more people. And that'll get you unsuppressed. Oh look, the commandos are back. Awesome. Then let's fire at them. Okay, that's the commandos down.
Fuck off.
I like that interaction. I like that interaction. Okay, what's it gonna be? Okay, you're gonna fall back. Rewa! You have targets fleeing. See to that, please.
Good shit.
I agree. Good shit. I'm just gonna leave you there. So far, so good. Oh, what have we here?
How can you miss my big black ass?
You are EMP team. Don't like that at all. Do not like that. Nice.
I like how you work.
I also like how you work. Go ahead and take a shot at these guys, I guess. Probably not gonna do much to them. You first. Waiting on a mod that adds the mod deuce to the game as a cheap vehicle heavy. I mean, I would take a mod deuce over this thing. Just for funsies, let's go ahead and taunt.
Let's get it.
Because nobody likes the French. Fire everything. I was expecting to get more suppression out of that, but it's fine. Get down just for safety's sake.
Keep suppressing them.
Yes, keep suppressing them. I want them dead or I want them useless, one or the other. Oh no, you made the same mistake your friends did. You made the same mistake that your friends did. Not that I'm complaining. Okay, what do we got? What are you? You're a chain gun team? Yeah, let's maybe not be in a place where you can actually hit us. That'd be great. Alright. Excuse you? What is this? Chain gun truck. Oh, lovely. Continue on task, please. And go ahead and get down, because I got a feeling we're going to be taking some fire here in just a second. Yep. Alright, tech. I don't think you're going to be able to do shit with this, but do it anyway.
Send it up.
I'll take it. Okay, so they're continuing to flee. That's fine. I think we deploy and we fire here. And just for funsies, we do it again. We got no shots on them. We're not gonna be able to get up there. So I think for right now, I'm just gonna taunt with my mans. Take a couple of shots. I don't expect that we're gonna do a whole lot, but I'm gonna take the shots anyway just to see if I get. I don't think this vehicle can actually move, is the thing. Because if I'm looking at the map, yeah, like to Erst's point, the dropship is here, and then there's scenery right here. Like, I think they're actually stuck. They can't move, which is actually kind of funny when you think about it. Let's see. You're a chain gun versus a heavy gun, so I'm just gonna move Reiwa up. Go through that fence. And I'm gonna let Reiwa eat next turn. Let's see. Tech, go ahead and get up and move this way. And then go ahead and get back down. Did you just shoot a rocket at me? Alright, let's go ahead and move over here. I'm basically just trying to peel away from those guys because they can't get to us. They're going to have to go the long way around. Basically, these guys are either going to have to go this way and loop around, or they're going to have to go back up this way around the north end of the bunker. Either way, if we can disengage, they can't do shit to us. Go ahead and get down, give yourself some extra cover. Reiwa, give me liberty or give me death. Let's just go ahead and move forward 1 square. Still can't see these guys, which is really weird. But let's go ahead and fire at the vehicle. And that's pretty much the end of that vehicle. Somehow it managed to survive with a sliver of health. But you know what? Go ahead and finish that.
Wants it next?
I mean, I don't think anybody's left to want it next, Reiwa, but I appreciate that energy. Cause me to read his text in a Swedish chef's voice. Wait, what? Again, for those of you that were not on the Discord, I did have to congratulate Erst for his one-man crusade to bring back this Scandinavian, God, what is the name of that symbol? I believe it's Thorn is the name of the symbol. But basically, so if you don't know and you're wondering what the hell is wrong with Erst, the goofy Scandinavian basically is the TH sound. So if you're having difficulty understanding what he's typing, just replace the goofy P with a TH. Well, again, I was congratulating him earlier this week because he's been doing that shit for so long now that my brain just recognizes it. Like, it doesn't pump the brakes on my brain when I'm reading stuff that he types anymore. That's how long he's been doing that. to figure he was prone to typos. No, it's 100% intentional. Ernst is not, in fact, having a stroke. He's doing that on purpose. I'm not gonna get close enough for them to grenade me again, so let's just shoot. Because thankfully, my boy Frenchie gets a bonus against anybody standing in the open. And guess what? They were standing in the open. He's just LARPing. I mean, however you want to look at it. Let's go ahead and use that extra AP, and we'll stand up and move my boys up to the rear of the APC. Okay, tick, stand up, move forward. Unfortunately, we've lost 4 boys. I don't know how many of them are going to be permanent losses, but we have lost 4 people. Well, technically 5, since Frenchie also lost a guy. Buddy of mine is fluent in Irish, Gaelic, and Latin, and occasionally mixes them by accident. I have that problem occasionally, too. Like, I have other languages in my brain, and sometimes my brain will, like, if I'm trying to think of a concept, my brain will, like, reach for a different word in another language that better exemplifies whatever I'm trying to say, as opposed to trying to do it in English. And so I have on occasion been known to do that myself. Let's see. We'll go ahead and get Frenchie up here so we can at least get him in the capture zone.
What?
And we know we've got a couple of squads down here, but I don't know what they're doing. So I'm going to send Reiwa to find out.
Oh yeah.
I agree. Okay, that's more people in the capture zone. And we can go ahead and get Lim up here to the drop ship, which will act as cover. And yeah, we'll just hold what we got. That's gonna be big capture points. Big capture points. Let's move forward just a little bit. Okay, we got nothing. So let's round the corner here and see if we run into anything. I think they might have fled the field. Oh, nope, they're still there. Why? Why, guys? You literally could have just stayed where you were, and now you have to die. Like, what's wrong with you? Obviously, if somebody's gonna get the kill, it's gonna be Reiwa. Oh wow, they're just outside range. Well,
What?
let's move forward and fix that. Oh no! Chat, we're out of ammo.
Acknowledged.
We still have gasoline, or whatever it is that space APCs run on. We only got one. I was hoping to get both. We only got one. Oh, now they've realized their mistake. Unfortunately, you just ran in the line of sight of Frenchie. Man.
God damn! You are really getting after them.
It was just so bad for them.
Oh yeah! About time.
Like, they get run over by the APC, try to run away, and end up directly in the firing line of an infantry squad.
What? turn.
SRU Sitrep. Skills retained.
Frenchie needs a shotgun. I mean, we could have bought a shotgun, but again, chat wanted another Space G3, so that's what we got. Let's see. We got an auto laser. I don't know if that's going to be better or worse, but we can look at it. Let's see. Multi-barreled auto laser that fires higher energy beams in quick succession. Not very accurate, but effective against heavy infantry and most light vehicles. Builds up heat that has to be vented to prevent the system from overheating. So wait, does that mean we don't have to worry about ammo anymore? In other news, I just assembled a $300 squad of Space Marines that I found in a random box because inflation. I mean, I still have, in my pile of shame, I still have, I think, 2 squads of classic Cadian guardsmen that I haven't even opened. Let's see, what else did we get? We got some regular scav armor, we got a chain gun. We did get some boarding commando jet suits. Jetpacks, chat. Jetpacks. Let's see, we got a regular PDW, we got a pirate pipe gun, we got the mounted chain gun, we got some scrap grenades, and we got an EMP rifle. Let's see, who actually died? Rescued squaddies, holy shit, chat. I think we saved everybody. Because I think we had 5 casualties, and I think somehow we managed to save all of them. I mean, one of them was gonna be free anyway. Let's see, strategic assets, we did get the thing. And of course, they still get their bonus detection, but I don't really care.